San Francisco, California, March 15, 2018. Master Chen's Wing Chun Academy on Grant Avenue in Chinatown. It's 4:47 in the afternoon, and something is happening that will make everyone in the room question everything they believe about life and death. 23 students are practicing basic forms. Among them, 5-year-old Marcus Williams, there for his very first trial class. His mother, Jennifer, watches from the waiting area. Marcus has never taken martial arts lessons, never watched kung fu movies. His parents don't even let him watch violent TV shows. But when Master David Chen demonstrates a simple blocking technique, Marcus suddenly stops. His body goes completely still. His eyes change. They're not the eyes of a 5-year-old anymore. They're focused, intense, ancient. Then Marcus moves. It happens so fast that Master Chen barely registers it. The child drops into a perfect cat stance, executes a lightning-fast 1-inch punch into the air, follows with a hook kick that makes his small body spin with precision that would take most students 10 years to achieve, and ends in Bruce Lee's iconic fighting pose, the one from Enter the Dragon, fingers beckoning forward, that famous expression. The entire class freezes. Master Chen's clipboard falls to the floor. "Impossible," he whispers in Cantonese. Marcus holds the pose for exactly 3 seconds. Then his body relaxes. He looks around confused, and his voice comes out small and scared. "Mommy, what happened? Why is everyone staring at me?" Jennifer Williams rushes onto the mat. Her son looks normal again, just a small, frightened 5-year-old. But everyone saw what just happened. And Master Chen, who studied under Ip Man's direct lineage, who has taught martial arts for 37 years, knows what he just witnessed. That wasn't a child doing random movements. That was Jeet Kune Do, Bruce Lee's personal fighting style, executed with technical perfection that even Chen's advanced students couldn't replicate. "Mrs. Williams," Master Chen's voice shakes as he speaks. "Your son, has he studied martial arts before? Has he watched Bruce Lee films?" Jennifer shakes her head, clutching Marcus. "No, never. He's 5. We've never shown him anything like that." "I don't even know what just happened." Chen pulls out his phone with trembling hands. He had been recording the class for teaching purposes. He plays back the last 30 seconds. There it is, clear as day. A 5-year-old child performing movements that shouldn't be possible. The speed, the precision, the attitude, everything perfect. Everything exactly like Bruce Lee. "Mrs. Williams, I need to ask you something very strange. Has Marcus ever said anything unusual? About being someone else? About remembering things he shouldn't know?" Jennifer's face goes pale. How did you know?" What Jennifer Williams reveals in the next 10 minutes will set in motion the most documented case of reincarnation in American history. A case that will involve martial arts masters, Hollywood historians, medical experts, and ultimately lead them to Hong Kong, to the exact apartment where Bruce Lee died on July 20th, 1973, 45 years before Marcus Williams was born. Because Marcus doesn't just move like Bruce Lee. He remembers being Bruce Lee. And he knows secrets about Lee's death that were never made public. Secrets that will rewrite everything we thought we knew about the legend's final day. Jennifer Williams had noticed something wrong with Marcus since he turned 4, but like most parents, she had rationalized it away as childhood imagination. Until now, it started with the nightmares. Marcus would wake up screaming at exactly 2:37 a.m., always the same time, always the same words. "My head hurts. Linda, something's wrong. Call the doctor." Linda was Bruce Lee's wife's name, but Marcus had never heard it. Then came the strange physical abilities. Marcus could do push-ups, real push-ups. At age 4, he could hold a plank position for 3 minutes. His pediatrician, Dr. Sarah Martinez, had been baffled. "Mrs. Williams, your son has muscle development that's unusual for his age. Has he been training?" "No," Jennifer had insisted. "He just does these exercises in his room. I don't know where he learned them." But the most disturbing incidents were the memories. Marcus would describe places he'd never been. "I miss my house in Hong Kong, the one on Cumberland Road. The kitchen was too small. Linda didn't like it, but I did. I could see the harbor from the window." Jennifer had Googled it. Bruce Lee did live on Cumberland Road in Hong Kong. The apartment was famously small, and yes, it had a harbor view. Or Marcus would talk about people. I miss James. He was my student and my friend. He's very tall. Taller than everyone. He wanted to learn my way of fighting, not the old way. James. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's birth name was Ferdinand Louis Alcindor Jr., but Bruce Lee called him James. It was a private nickname. This wasn't common knowledge. This wasn't in Wikipedia articles or children's books. Now, sitting in Master Chen's office after the incident, Jennifer finally shares everything. She shows him videos on her phone. Marcus doing 2-finger push-ups, Marcus shadowboxing with technique that looks professional, Marcus speaking in what sounds like Cantonese even though neither parent speaks the language. Master Chen watches in silence. When the videos end, he looks at Jennifer with an expression she can't read. "Mrs. Williams, I need to make some calls. What your son just did." That specific combination of moves. Bruce Lee performed it in a private demonstration in 1972. It was filmed, but the footage was never released publicly. I only know about it because my teacher was there. He described it to me exactly once, 30 years ago. Jennifer feels cold. "What are you saying?" "I'm saying your son performed something he couldn't possibly know, and I think we need to find out why." Master Chen makes 3 phone calls that evening. The first is to Dr. Philip Wang, a psychiatrist at UCSF, specializing in childhood psychology and past life recall cases. The second is to Sifu Richard Torres, one of Bruce Lee's original students, now 78 years old, living in Oakland. The third is to Shannon Lee's office, Bruce Lee's daughter, now guardian of her father's legacy. It takes 2 weeks, but eventually they all agree to meet. Not because they believe in reincarnation, most of them are deeply skeptical, but because the video Master Chen sent them is simply too strange to ignore. April 3rd, 2018. A private meeting is arranged at the Bruce Lee Foundation headquarters in Los Angeles. Present are Marcus and Jennifer Williams, Master Chen, Dr. Wang, Sifu Torres, and representing the Lee family, Shannon Lee's assistant, Michael Chang, along with Dan Inosanto, Bruce Lee's closest friend and training partner, now 82 years old. Marcus sits in a chair that's too big for him, swinging his legs, playing with a toy car. He looks like any normal 5-year-old, until Dan Inosanto enters the room. The old man walks slowly, using a cane. He's wearing a black shirt, simple pants, nothing distinctive. But the moment Marcus sees him, the child drops his toy and jumps to his feet. "Dan!" Marcus runs toward him, then stops, confused. "No, not Dan. Guro Dan. Why do I know you?" Inosanto freezes. His eyes fill with tears. What did you call me?" "Guro Dan. That's what I called you. When I..." Marcus trails off, looking scared. "When I was bigger. When I was different." The room is absolutely silent. Inosanto kneels down, his old knees cracking. "Son, Guro is Filipino for teacher. Bruce used to call me that, but only in private. It was our joke because I was supposed to be his student, but he insisted I was teaching him too. Nobody knew that. Nobody." Marcus looks at the old man with tears forming. "You taught me the nunchucks, but I was better with the sticks. We used to train in the backyard when it was hot. You made jokes about my skinny arms." Dan Inosanto begins crying openly. Oh my God, Bruce!" Dr. Wang intervenes quickly. "Mr. Inosanto, please, let's not lead the child. I need to conduct proper tests." But Inosanto isn't listening. He's staring at Marcus like he's seeing a ghost. "The backyard?" "Yes. At your Bel Air house. July was always so hot. And I did tease you about your arms. You were so lean, people didn't understand where your power came from." Marcus nods eagerly. "From the core and the mind. The body is just the instrument. You taught me that." "No, wait, I taught you that." The next 3 hours are the most intense documentation session Dr. Wang has ever conducted. With cameras rolling, with witnesses present, Marcus Williams undergoes tests that will later be studied by experts around the world. Test 1. Physical ability. Master Chen asks Marcus to perform specific Jeet Kune Do movements. Not the famous ones from movies, but obscure techniques that Bruce Lee developed but never filmed. Marcus performs them perfectly. The straight lead, the stop kick, the trapping hands sequence, all executed with precision that makes Master Chen's hands shake as he takes notes. "That's exactly right," Chen whispers. "Exactly as my teacher described, down to the angle of the wrist, the position of the elbow." Test 2. Personal knowledge. Dr. Wang asks Marcus about Bruce Lee's life, but not the public facts. Anyone could Google those. He asks about private details. "Marcus, can you tell me about Bruce's children?" The boy's face brightens. "Brandon and Shannon. Brandon was my boy, my little dragon. I was teaching him to fight when he was tiny like me. And Shannon was my baby girl, so sweet. I miss them so much." His face crumbles. "I didn't get to see them grow up. I died when Brandon was only 8. This is factually correct. Bruce Lee died when Brandon was 8, and Shannon was 4. "What did you call Shannon?" Without hesitation. "Little Dragon Princess. And I called Brandon Little Dragon, or sometimes the Crow, because he was fast like a bird." Michael Chang, Shannon Lee's assistant, has his phone out, texting frantically. 30 seconds later, he looks up, face white. Ms. Lee confirms. Her father did call her Little Dragon Princess. That's not public information. It was a private family nickname. Test 3. The hardest one. Sifu Torres speaks up. "Marcus, I need to ask you about something difficult. Can you tell me about the day Bruce died?" The room temperature seems to drop. Marcus's small body goes rigid. His eyes become unfocused. "I don't like talking about it. It hurts to remember." "I know, son," Torres says gently, "but it's important. Can you try?" Marcus takes a deep breath. When he speaks, his voice sounds different, older, tired. "It was July 20th, 1973. It was so hot that day. I was at Betty's apartment, Betty Ting Pei. We were working on the script for Game of Death. Everyone in the room knows this much. It's public record that Bruce Lee was at actress Betty Ting Pei's apartment the day he died. But Marcus continues. "I had a headache, a really bad one. It started around 7 p.m. Betty gave me medicine, Equagesic. I'd taken it before for back pain. I went to lie down in the bedroom. The room was painted yellow. There was a small fan in the corner, but it wasn't helping. Too hot." He pauses, his small hand moving to his head. "The pain got worse, much worse. I felt wrong. My head was pounding. I called for Betty, but my voice came out strange. She came in and I could see she was scared. I tried to say, 'Call Linda,' but I couldn't make the words work right." Tears streamed down Marcus's face. Everything went black. And then I was floating. I could see Betty screaming, calling for help. I could see the ambulance men carrying my body out. I saw Linda at the hospital, crying. I tried to tell her I was sorry, that I didn't mean to leave, but she couldn't hear me. Jennifer is holding Marcus now, but the child keeps talking, like he needs to get it out. They said I died from cerebral edema, swelling in my brain. But that's not the whole truth. I had been having headaches for weeks, bad ones. I didn't tell anyone because I had too much work to do, too many movies to make. The medicine that day, it reacted with something else I had taken earlier. My body couldn't handle it. Sifu Torres leans forward. "What else had you taken, Marcus?" "What medicine?" "Cannabis. I had been using it for pain in my back. And earlier that day I took Equagesic for the headache. The combination, my body rejected it. But nobody knew about the cannabis. I didn't tell the doctors, so they couldn't figure out why I died so suddenly." Dr. Wang is typing frantically on his laptop. He pulls up medical records, the public autopsy report from 1973. "Cerebral edema of unknown cause," he reads. "The official cause of death was never fully explained. There was controversy for years about what really happened." "Marcus," Dr. Wang asks carefully, You said you had taken cannabis earlier. Where? At home, Cumberland Road, before I went to Betty's apartment. I smoked it around 2 p.m. because my back was killing me from the workout that morning. Then I took the prescription pill at Betty's place around 7 p.m. The combination, my liver couldn't process both. It triggered the reaction. This is information that was never in the official reports. But it would explain the mysterious death. Medical experts have speculated for 50 years about what caused Bruce Lee's sudden cerebral edema. An adverse drug interaction would make sense. But how could a 5-year-old know this? Dan Inosanto speaks up, his voice breaking. Bruce, if that's really you, why did you come back? Marcus looks at the old man with those strange, ancient eyes. Because I wasn't finished. I had so much more to teach, so much more to show the world. And he pauses. I needed to say goodbye properly. I left too fast. I didn't get to tell Linda I loved her one more time. I didn't get to tell my children. I didn't get to tell them everything would be okay. The room is silent, except for the sound of people crying. Finally, Michael Chung speaks. We need to go to Hong Kong. If this is real, if Marcus truly has Bruce Lee's memories, he'll be able to identify specific places, specific details, things that aren't in any books or films. We need to test this thoroughly. Dr. Wang nods. Agreed. But we need to protect Marcus psychologically. If he's experiencing genuine past life recall, forcing too much could be traumatic. Jennifer holds her son tighter. What does this mean? Is my son, is he still Marcus, or is he? He's Marcus, Dr. Wang assures her. Marcus is the primary identity. But it appears he may have retained memories from a previous life. It's extraordinarily rare, but there are documented cases. Usually the memories fade as the child gets older. But Marcus's case is unprecedented in its clarity and detail. Master Chen has been quiet, but now he speaks. There's one more test I want to do. Before we go to Hong Kong. Marcus, can you write down your fighting philosophy, in your own words? The child takes a piece of paper and a crayon. For 10 minutes he draws and writes, his small hand moving with unusual confidence. When he's done, he hands it to Master Chen. On the paper is a child's drawing of a stick figure in a fighting pose. But around it, written in surprisingly neat handwriting for a 5-year-old, are words. Be water, my friend. Water can flow or it can crash. Empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. It's Bruce Lee's most famous quote. His core philosophy, word for word perfect. But Marcus has never heard it. His parents are certain. And the way he's written it, not like he's copying something, but like he's expressing his own deeply held belief. I tried to teach this to everyone, Marcus says quietly, but most people didn't understand. They only wanted to learn the fighting. They didn't understand that the philosophy was more important than the kicks and punches. Dan Inosanto is openly sobbing now. That's what you always said. Always. The philosophy is more important than the technique. God, Bruce, is it really you? Marcus looks at him and smiles. And for just a moment, everyone in the room sees it. The smile is unmistakable. It's Bruce Lee's smile. That confident, slightly mischievous expression that made him a legend. Yes, old friend, Marcus says in a voice that sounds both 5 years old and ageless at the same time. I'm here, and I have so much to tell you. Hong Kong, May 18th, 2018. The group arrives at Kai Tak Airport under heavy media scrutiny. News of the Bruce Lee reincarnation child has leaked, and reporters are everywhere. Security escorts them through a private exit. They're staying at the Mandarin Oriental. But that's not where Marcus wants to go first. In the car from the airport, the 5-year-old suddenly becomes agitated. Cumberland Road. I need to see Cumberland Road, my apartment. Is it still there? Michael Chang checks his tablet. Yes. 41 Cumberland Road, Kowloon Tong. It's been converted to a museum, the Bruce Lee Club, but it's closed for renovation right now. We have special permission to visit. The drive takes 40 minutes through dense Hong Kong traffic. Marcus presses his face against the window, looking at the city. Everything is taller now. There are so many more buildings. But the mountains are the same. When they arrive at 41 Cumberland Road, Marcus is out of the car before it fully stops. He runs to the building entrance, then freezes. This is it. This is where I lived, where I died. The building is modest, 6 stories, older architecture among the modern high-rises surrounding it. A small plaque marks it as Bruce Lee's former residence. The building manager, Mr. Huang, meets them at the entrance. He's 73, has lived in the building since 1965. I remember Mr. Lee, he says in Cantonese, which Michael translates. He moved in with his family in 1972. Very polite man, always training, even in the hallway sometimes. Marcus looks at Mr. Huang and speaks, in Cantonese. Perfect, fluent Cantonese. Mr. Huang, you had a cat. Orange cat. It used to sit on the stairs. I almost tripped over it one day coming home from a run. The old man's eyes widen. He responds in Cantonese, and Marcus replies naturally. They have a 30-second exchange before Jennifer interrupts. Wait, Marcus doesn't speak Cantonese. We don't speak Cantonese. But Marcus is speaking it. Fluently, with a perfect accent that matches Bruce Lee's recorded interviews. Dr. Wang is recording everything. Marcus, how are you speaking Cantonese? The boy looks confused, switches back to English. I don't know. It just came out. I understood what he said, so I answered. Mr. Huang is trembling. That boy, he just told me things, private things. He said I used to leave fish scraps for the cat. He said I had a blue umbrella that I kept by the door. He knew that my wife's name was Mei Ling. How could he know these things? They take the elevator to the 5th floor. Apartment 5A. The door opens to a space that's been partially converted into a museum, but is currently under renovation. Plastic sheets cover some furniture, tools scattered around. Marcus walks in like he owns the place. They changed the walls. The kitchen was more open. The couch was against this wall, not that one. And the bedroom, he walks directly to a door on the right. Was here. The bedroom is small, simple. A bed, a dresser, a window overlooking the street. Marcus stands in the doorway, won't enter. This is where I died. Right there. He points to a specific spot on the floor. I was lying on the bed. Betty was here. The ambulance men carried me out through that door. I watched them do it. I watched from above. Jennifer is crying. Master Chen is taking measurements, comparing them to historical photos. Everything Marcus says matches. But the real test comes next. Dr. Wang has prepared something special. Marcus, we brought some items with us. Personal items that belonged to Bruce Lee. Items that have never been photographed or cataloged publicly. Can you identify them? They lay out 6 objects on the living room table. 5 are random martial arts equipment from the era. Nunchucks, a practice sword, training pads, a headband, boxing gloves. But one item is special. A small leather notebook, worn at the edges. Marcus looks at the items. Picks up the notebook immediately. This is mine. My training journal. I kept it in the drawer next to the bed. He opens it. The pages are filled with handwritten notes in English and Chinese, diagrams of fighting techniques, philosophical musings. June 1973. I wrote this 1 month before I died. I was working on a new technique, combining Wing Chun trapping with Western boxing. I drew it here, see? He points to a specific page. Dan Inosanto takes the notebook with shaking hands. I've never seen this before. The Lee family kept it private, but this is definitely Bruce's handwriting. And this technique. He studies the diagram. This is what he was teaching me that summer. He said he hadn't written it down yet. But here it is. Marcus flips to another page. And this, July 15th, 5 days before I died. I wrote about having headaches. I wrote that I was worried something was wrong, but I didn't want to worry Linda. I should have gone to the doctor. If I had gone to the doctor, his small voice breaks. If I had gone, maybe they could have helped. Maybe I wouldn't have died. Maybe I would have gotten to see Brandon and Shannon grow up. The next test takes them across the city to Kowloon Bay, to a warehouse that used to be a film studio. Golden Harvest Studios, where Bruce Lee filmed Enter the Dragon. The building is scheduled for demolition, but they've arranged access for 1 day. Marcus walks through the empty sound stages like he's coming home. Stage 3. This is where we filmed the mirror room scene. The mirrors were arranged in an octagon pattern. It took 17 takes to get it right because the camera crew kept appearing in the reflections. Film historians have confirmed it did take 17 takes. This was mentioned in one interview by the director Robert Klaus in 1985. But Marcus was born in 2013. How could he know? Marcus runs to a corner of the stage. Here, this is where I practiced between takes. There were marks on the floor, see? Hai points to faded tape marks on the concrete. This was my spacing guide for the fighting choreography. Master Chen photographs everything. The tape marks are there, exactly where Marcus indicated. But the most dramatic moment comes in what used to be the costume department. Dusty racks of old clothing, most rotting from humidity. Marcus goes directly to a specific rack, pulls out a yellow tracksuit. Not the famous yellow jumpsuit from Game of Death. That one is in a museum. This is a different one, nearly identical but with slight variations. This was my backup, the one I wore during rehearsals. The famous one was for filming only. But I preferred this one. It was more comfortable, looser in the shoulders. He holds it up against his small body. The suit is obviously way too big, but something about the way he holds it, the way he stands, everyone sees it. For just a moment, that little boy looks exactly like Bruce Lee. Jennifer can't take it anymore. Marcus, baby, are you okay? Is this too much? Marcus looks at his mother with eyes full of tears. Mommy, I'm scared. I'm Marcus, but I'm also someone else. And I don't know how to be both. When I'm here, the memories are so strong. I can feel him, me. I can feel Bruce everywhere. But I don't want to stop being Marcus. I love you and Daddy. I don't want to disappear. Dr. Wong kneels down. Marcus, you're not going to disappear. You're Marcus Williams. Marcus is who you are now. These memories are just echoes from before. They're a part of you, but they don't replace you. Do you understand? I think so. It's like, I'm a new song, but some of the notes are from an old song? Exactly. Exactly like that. That evening, they arranged something extraordinary. A private meeting with Shannon Lee, Bruce Lee's daughter, now 53 years old. She arrives at their hotel suite at 8 p.m., accompanied only by her assistant. She's been briefed on everything, seen all the videos, read all the reports. But she's deeply skeptical. Her father's legacy has attracted countless frauds and imposters over the years. Marcus is in pajamas, playing with Legos in the living room when she arrives. He looks up casually, then freezes. Shannon, little dragon princess? Shannon Lee's professional composure cracks immediately. She covers her mouth with her hand. My baby girl, you're all grown up. You're beautiful. You look like your mother. Marcus stands up, walks toward her. I'm so sorry I left. I'm so sorry I didn't get to walk you to school, or teach you to fight properly, or see you become who you are now. Shannon is crying. Stop it, you can't know these things. You can't say these things. But I do know. I remember holding you when you were born. You had the tiniest fingers. You would grab my thumb and not let go. I used to sing to you. Badly, Linda always said I couldn't carry a tune. But you didn't care. You would fall asleep on my chest. What did you sing? Without hesitation, Marcus starts humming a melody. It's not a famous song, just a simple tune. But Shannon's legs give out. She sits down hard on the couch. That's the song. My mother told me about it. She said my father made it up, that it was just for me. She hummed it to me when I was little, but she never recorded it. There's no record of it anywhere. How do you know it? Because I sang it to you every night, for 4 years, until the night I died. Shannon reaches out and takes Marcus's small hand. If you're really my father, if this is real, tell me something nobody else knows. Something private, something that would prove it's you. Marcus thinks for a moment. The week before I died, you did something that made me laugh so hard I cried. You were 4 years old. You found my nunchucks in the training room, and you tried to use them like I did. But you were so small, you kept hitting yourself in the head. You said, "Daddy, these are broken." And I said, "No, princess, you're not big enough yet." And you said, "Then make me bigger." You were so serious about it. You wanted to be a fighter like me. Shannon is sobbing now. Mom told me that story. Once, when I was 20, she said it was Dad's favorite memory of me. She said he talked about it the day before he died. Said he couldn't wait to start teaching me properly when I was older. Nobody else knew, just Mom. And she's been dead for 9 years. There's no way you could know this story. But I do know, because I lived it. And Shannon... Marcus's voice becomes very serious. I need you to know something. I'm proud of you. So proud. You took my legacy and protected it. You honored me. You became strong and wise. You did exactly what I hoped you would do. I'm sorry I wasn't there to see it happen, but wherever I was watching. And I'm proud. Shannon pulls Marcus into a hug, this small 5-year-old boy who somehow contains her father's spirit. They stay like that for a long time. Finally, she pulls back. Okay, I believe you. I don't understand it, but I believe you. So now what? What do we do with this? Marcus looks around at all the adults. I need to finish what I started. I need to teach, not just fighting, the philosophy, the real lessons. Be water. People remember the words, but they don't understand what it means. I came back to explain it properly. Over the next 3 months, something remarkable happens. Marcus Williams becomes a phenomenon. His story is covered by major media outlets worldwide. Scientists study him. Skeptics try to debunk him. But nobody can explain how a 5-year-old knows things he shouldn't know. The Bruce Lee Foundation establishes a special program, the Little Dragon School. Marcus, despite his young age, begins teaching, not physical techniques, which his body is too small to demonstrate properly, but philosophy. Children come to learn from him. He teaches them about adaptability, about flowing like water, about using their minds before their fists. Master Chen becomes his guardian in the martial arts world, helping translate Marcus's memories into teachings appropriate for a child's body. Dan Inosanto visits monthly, emotional sessions, where an 82-year-old master learns from a 5-year-old boy who speaks with his dead friend's wisdom. But the most important moment comes on July 20th, 2019, the 46th anniversary of Bruce Lee's death. They return to Hong Kong, to Kowloon Bay Cemetery, where Bruce Lee is buried. The grave is famous, always covered in flowers and tributes from fans worldwide. Marcus stands before the headstone for the first time. It's a warm day, humid, just like the day Bruce died. "This is weird," Marcus says quietly. "I'm visiting my own grave." Shannon is beside him, holding his hand. "What do you want to say?" Marcus is quiet for a long time. Then, "Thank you for remembering me. Thank you for keeping the teachings alive. Thank you for understanding that I wasn't just a fighter. I was trying to teach something bigger. And to everyone who comes here." He looks at the camera that's documenting this moment, knowing millions will watch. Don't mourn Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee isn't dead. The body died, yes. But the spirit, the idea, the philosophy, that lives on. And not just in me. It lives in everyone who ever heard the words "be water" and actually understood what it meant. He places a small toy dragon on the grave, a gift from a child to the man he used to be. "I'm going to live a full life this time," Marcus says. "I'm going to be careful with my health. I'm going to watch my children grow up, Marcus's children, whoever they'll be. I'm going to teach until I'm very old. And then, when it's time, maybe I'll come back again. Maybe we all come back again and again until we learn everything we need to learn." Shannon wipes her eyes. "Would you come back as a fighter again?" Marcus smiles, that unmistakable Bruce Lee smile. "Maybe. Or maybe a teacher, or a doctor, or someone completely different. The form doesn't matter. What matters is the spirit, and the spirit never dies. It just flows, like water." Epilogue, November 2024. Marcus Williams is now 11 years old. The intense past life memories have faded somewhat, as Dr. Wang predicted they would. He's more Marcus than Bruce now. He plays video games, goes to regular school, has normal friends. But he still teaches at the Little Dragon School on weekends. Young students come from around the world to learn from him. And sometimes, when he's demonstrating a technique, his body moves with that familiar fluid power. His eyes get that focused intensity. And everyone watching knows Bruce Lee is still there, just beneath the surface. Jennifer watches her son teach and thinks about that day in Master Chen's studio 6 years ago. The day everything changed. She still doesn't fully understand how it's possible. Reincarnation? Genetic memory? Some phenomenon science hasn't named yet? But she knows this. Her son is special. He carries within him the wisdom of a legend, and he's using that wisdom to make the world better. Last week, a journalist asked Marcus, "Do you still believe you were Bruce Lee?" Marcus thought carefully before answering. "I don't know if I was Bruce Lee exactly, but I remember being him. I remember his life, his death, his dreams. Maybe souls can carry memories across lives. Maybe consciousness doesn't end when the body does. Maybe we all have past lives we just don't remember. And if you could talk to Bruce Lee now, to the man you remember being, what would you say?" Marcus smiled. "I'd say thank you. Thank you for the second chance. Thank you for the lessons. Thank you for showing me that death isn't the end. And I'd promise to honor his legacy by living a good life, a complete life, by finishing what he started." The interview ended there. But after the cameras stopped rolling, Marcus added one more thing. "Sometimes, late at night, I dream. And in the dreams, I'm in a place that's like a training room, but infinite. And there are other people there, other teachers, other students, and I know they're all waiting to come back, waiting for their chance to finish their lessons. Are you saying there are more like you? I'm saying death isn't what we think it is. And some of us remember. Some of us get to come back. And when we do..." Marcus's eyes got that distant look, that ancient wisdom. When we do, we bring with us everything we learned before, so we can teach it to those who are still learning. Be water, my friend. Flow, adapt, return, learn, And when you've learned everything, come back and teach. The words of a 5-year-old, the wisdom of a legend, the story of Marcus Williams, the boy who remembered being Bruce Lee, continues. Because the best stories never really end. They just flow like water from one form to the next.